So what is going on? This is AlTone and welcome back to another fantastic live stream. Today I do have quite a few products that are here and ready for you. In case you are looking to do some last minute holiday shopping and you want your products to arrive before Christmas. So if that's what you're looking for, I do have quite a few things here. Of course, this live stream is sponsored by EnviroKlenz. I have their logo here as well. And they have been very awesome. They have some really great products, and I want to share a few of them with you. So we're not even going to waste any real time. We're going to jump right into the first one, which is the EnviroKlenz Air Purifier Plus. And I've talked about that quite a few times. I actually even mentioned that earlier today on another live stream. And absolutely great unit. For anyone who's been watching or been around for a little bit, and I do have the unit back here, the Purifier Plus. But if you've been around for a little while and you know me, and many of you may not, because if this is a prime time which you have the opportunity to jump on Amazon Prime and check out some of the great products, then you may not have had the opportunity to actually be around to see or even talk to me before, because I don't usually go live this time during the day. Well, I do this time, but usually it's on Fridays. So if you have not had the opportunity to check me out, you may not have seen me talk about this product before. I actually deal with sinus issues on a regular basis, and this is one that I've been able to get and use and has been extremely beneficial for myself and my wife, the Air Purifier Plus, which is here. And let's talk about it just a little bit, and I'm going to share with you just a little bit. Now, I'll actually have it running, and I've had it running here all day. I've had this unit for about 7 months. I think it's going on 8 months now, and it's been running pretty much constantly, nonstop, at the lowest level in the primary living space in our home. And so I brought it down here today in my office space. I do actually eventually would love to get one for here, because this is a pretty large space. My office is probably, it's a little bit less than what our primary open living space is as far as space is concerned. This guy is actually rated at 4,000 square feet. I believe it can handle much more than that. But again, absolutely fantastic unit. It is running right now on the lowest level, and I also have the UV lights on as well. So you really can't see them. I have read a couple of previous reviews from others saying, well, you can see the light coming from the unit, and it's because your filters are just on the other side of the vents coming in. So the top air cartridge, which I'll show you in a second, is actually just above your air filter. So essentially what happens when your air is actually brought into this unit, your air comes in, you have vents on the side and a vent in the back at the top here, which your air comes into. It goes through your air cartridge, which is the first layer of filtration in the unit. Then it goes past your UV lights. Those lights there let you know that your UV lights are actually turned on. We turn them off by the switch or turn them on. This light just gives you an indication that there's power going to the unit. It doesn't indicate that it's turned on, just that there's power going to the unit. Your switch here, 4 levels, fan speeds essentially, and I have it on the wisp air setting. I usually leave it here or set to the second setting, and even turn it on the second setting is very quiet. You can barely hear it. Turned all the way up, you will hear it, but it's not loud enough to disturb you. You can talk at a normal level, and it will not keep you from being able to or interrupt your video calls or phone calls or anything like that. I've done video meetings pretty much within 5 feet of it, and not had anyone noticed that it was running in the background. So really great unit, and it works extremely well. And so I do have a little bit of, let's go on and let you see the demo that I have, which shares quite a bit more information. And right now, of course, this being, and I actually know what Green Monday is. I don't follow a lot of these things, so I didn't even know what Green Monday was. And essentially, you have time to order products, this guy included, and receive it before Christmas. So if you order it now, arrives before Christmas. I'm not actually logged into this screen that you see here. So that's pretty much for everyone in the US. And yeah, so you should be able to receive it before Christmas and have it for all of those different have it for all of those different, oh, okay, I see where. Have it for all of those different events and holiday events and things like that that you may have going on. One of the things, so this guy is perfect for if you're, is a great gift for someone who just purchased a home. And so they can have something to put there to just to keep their environment, their air nice and clean. And like I said, well, right now I'm a little stopped up. I ran out a little bit earlier today to run some errands and whatnot. So going out into the outdoor environment in the fall where the leaves have fallen and all that kind of stuff, rustling around in leaves and stuff, I get stopped up pretty quickly. But this unit actually helps me tremendously as it's running in our home. Usually when if you were able to watch me on the previous live stream today, I was actually breathing very well because I had not been outside. That's one of those things. I actually even wear a mask when I go outside because just being outside for this short period of time I was earlier today, after not being around this air purifier for a little while, I'm a little stopped up now. And I do get sinus headaches and whatnot. But when I'm in my home, in my office space, or in our living space, and this guy is running, I really don't have any problems with my sinuses. It really helps out quite a bit, clean the air around me and that kind of thing. And that's the reason why I can say I can highly recommend it. It's an absolutely fantastic unit. If you were someone who is in an environment where you would like to see, my wife even has a compromised immune system. I won't get into all of that. 2017, I'll just say this, was not the most pleasant year for us. She does have a compromised immune system, so I don't want to get sick and bring that around her, as well as, it helps to keep her together and help keep her from being sick. We have not, neither one of us has actually suffered a cold or real illness since 2019. When COVID hit and all of that, of course we didn't have this unit, but we're wearing masks and all that kind of stuff. We've really, really been mindful of keeping an air purifier running around us and all of that to make sure that we don't end up getting sick or getting her sick and having some issues with that. So like I said, if you have someone in your home that you really want to make sure they have the best living environment, best living conditions, you may want to invest in an EnviroKlenz air purifier system because it is well worth $789.99 with a 20% coupon right now. And if you're going to be doing events, or if you have your office space that many people are in and coming around, or you're doing holiday events, having one of these guys running during that time frame is absolutely fantastic because that'll help keep everything nice and clean. And you do not know, as people are coming in and out of your environment. We actually host every other week. I actually have been hosting a men's group every other week. And so I have individuals coming into our living space. And again, with the idea that my wife, I want to make sure that the living space is kept, the air quality is kept as good as possible for her, as well as for myself, again, dealing with sinus issues. I usually only get sick twice a year. My immune system seems to be rock solid, but I do have sinus issues, and I would get sick in the fall, in the spring. Having this guy running has been absolutely phenomenal. I really, unless I go out into the environment, I really don't deal with a lot of sinus issues. Having this guy around is absolutely fantastic. If you're doing construction, also also a great unit to have. It really does a great job of filtering out. We usually run it in this one of the things in the specifications. You'll want to run this guy um, on the lowest level for 24 to 48 hours after you first set it up, or if you've replaced your HEPA filter or your cartridge, your air cartridge, you'll want to run it for 24 to 48 hours on the lowest setting, kind of break in the filter, and then after that you can run it at whatever setting you want to. On occasion we do boost the level up to the highest if we are cooking and we get, sometimes you get that smoke or whatever from cooking, not a fire, but you get that smoke from cooking regularly and that kind of thing. This will help you with getting clear up your turning on at the the highest level. It helps with cleaning the airspace and getting everything nice and clean and clear again. Does have UV lights in it as well. Oh yeah, for a small room. So Brooks, thank you for dropping by and hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate your question as well. Will it help cigar smoke out of a small room? In a small room, this guy would do phenomenal. So I'm going to just show a picture real quick. I was paying attention to this earlier, so we're going to talk about some drones and whatnot in a little bit. But from one of my, see if I can pull this up, and we're going to pause it. So this is just one of the videos from that I share my demos. Now this happens to be me flying in our main living space. Now I did used to smoke, so I understand. So my table here, and like I said, we usually host, and you see that the air purifier is actually sitting over there in front of a curtain. It's usually pulled out a little bit further than that, but I was walking around in there, so I ended up pushing it back. This guy has wheels, so it's fantastic. You can roll him around. But it's vented on both sides and in the rear. Make sure you have some space around it. But this is a very large space. That table that this drone is sitting over, is flying over right now, is 17 feet long by, that's our kitchen island. My wife actually designed that. Once we moved into this house, we actually did some modifications to the kitchen, extended the kitchen area because she has a very large family. And when we have family, her family over, and even my family over, we have plenty of space for everybody to, entertainment space. We can basically set that whole, I actually made a runner for that table. I do a little bit of sewing. I'm a crafty kind of guy. So made a runner for that table. 17 foot long by, 17 feet by 5 feet wide. Me and my wife usually sit over in the cooking section, what you see there of our living space of. But like I said, this is a very large. I can't tell you what the square footage is of this, but I'm pretty sure it's at or more than 1,000 square feet. So I'm sure that this guy can handle much more than 1,000 square feet. It is a really, really, really great air purifier, one of the best ones I've seen. On top of the fact that, and there's a couple of things I love about this. So what you'll end up finding is, it's like a cell phone, for example. You buy a cell phone, what is the cell phone used for? Your cell phone is used so you can communicate with others. But yet, you end up buying a smartphone with all these additional bells and whistles and the cameras, and they put so much effort into doing all of these extra things that sometimes the purpose for the phone is really not as good as what it could be. EnviroKlenz, they're not wasting their time with bells and whistles and trying to have a unit that does backflips with flashing lights and all this kind of stuff. I love the fact that they spend a lot of effort in making a unit that actually does what it is that it's designed to do. They spend some time making sure that they actually do that. So let me share a little bit of video with some additional information on the EnviroKlenz Air Purifier Plus system. What is going on? This is AlTone, and this is the EnviroKlenz Air System Plus. So what comes in the box with the EnviroKlenz Air System Plus is the body of the unit, 2 UV lights, the EnviroKlenz Air cartridge, the EnviroKlenz HEPA filter, and the startup instructions which are actually printed on the HEPA filter. It is truly easy to set up this system and get it running. The first thing you want to do is place the unit where you would like to use it. It is a pretty large unit, but it has wheels on the bottom, so you can easily roll that around. Remove the air cartridge and HEPA filter. You'll install the HEPA filter, also making sure that the airflow arrows are actually pointing down. Then install the UV lights. Then you're going to install the air cartridge with the airflow arrow also facing down. Once all of your filters are installed, you're just going to replace the back of the unit, plug it into an outlet, turn it around, and you can use the settings knob to turn it on. The power light will light up to let you know that the unit is on, and if you turn on the UV light switch, there are 2 indicator lights that will also light up, letting you know that the UV lights are actually working. So the EnviroKlenz Air System Plus works extremely well. My sinuses are pretty sensitive, and since we've been running it, it seems as if I can breathe better. It's actually helped with the congestion that I've been experiencing, and I think it's actually doing a great job. So that is the EnviroKlenz Air System Plus. I think it is an absolutely fantastic unit. My sinuses, thank you for allowing me to try out this product. It's been a pleasure so far, and we've enjoyed having it in our living space in our home. So hope this has helped you out in some way. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to talking to you again in a future video. So, Brooks actually asked a question, and the question that Brooks asked is, can the wheels be removed? Now, one of the things that I also love, and I actually unplugged it while the video was going and spun it around, one of the things that I love is assembly is really very easy. So it comes with the wheels installed, but and of course it may, well, you can download a manual for it, but I did want to take a look and see, trying to see if I have something I can throw on I can toss on the floor here. So this is the first time I've turned this unit on its side. I normally don't do that. Sorry about that loud noise. I normally don't do that. So what it looks like is these, the wheels are actually screwed in on the bottom. There's some bolts there, and let's see if I can move you over to my Logitech. There's some bolts there, and you can possibly remove those wheels. So I don't see any reason why you couldn't remove them. But honestly, I mean, for me, I really wouldn't want to remove them. There is a little bulge here. So if you remove these wheels, you're going to want to put some type of spacing between the floor and the bottom of this unit. So I don't know exactly what this device here is in the bottom. So the bottom part of this is where your fan sits. You will not see the inside of this unless you go to it and pop these rivets off and try to see what's going on in there. And I'm not exactly sure what this section does down here either. It's actually warm, so I'm imagining that the fan is sitting right above this. So you're probably going to want it to get air underneath the bottom of it, but honestly, I don't see a reason. I understand it's going to be stationary for you, but I think it's beneficial because this unit is 40 pounds. Now, they do have a smaller version. Of course, this unit comes in black and in white, like I have here. But it's 40 pounds. So if you do want to move it, it's very beneficial that those wheels are there. And again, it comes installed on the unit. If you do take the wheels off, I would suggest that you find a way to make sure that you prop this guy up so that you can get air circulating underneath the unit. That's just and like I said, that center ring there was warm. I don't believe it would get hot enough to cause a fire. I seriously doubt that. But you want to allow the bottom of this unit to get some air. I would say you'd want air all the way around the unit. As far as it didn't move anything around. The installation, essentially, or assembly. Once you receive it, all you have to do is pull everything out, unwrap your filters, then put your UV lights in. Make sure that you use something like, and I used a microfiber cloth. I have a ton of these that I keep around for the purpose of dusting and keeping my microphones and my camera equipment, all of that stuff clean and clear. But you can use something like that to put your lights in. Don't get oil from your hands or fingers on your UV lights. Your air cartridge, you'll change that out every 6 months. It's recommended. And your UV lights every 18 months, recommended, or when they blow out, essentially. And then your HEPA filter, which is extremely thick, every 2 years. You'll change that out every 2 years. It does have a safety feature. The fan will not come on if the back is not installed. So, and if you were to take your HEPA filter out, I think you can see the top of your fan. All the air is basically filtered through both of your filters. Some air can possibly get around your air cartridge, but everything, because it is sealed, and you have 2 little brackets on the bottom here to help seal your HEPA filter, everything gets filtered through your HEPA filter. So there's no air that gets in this unit that will not pass through your HEPA filter, and it does a fantastic job with purifying your air. Like I said, a couple of different stages. You got your air cleaner, your air cartridge, then the UV lights actually clean or clear any bacteria that might be in the air, and then your HEPA filter filters out all of the air, and then it comes out of your front panel here. And as you will see when I plug this guy back in, plug him in, light comes back on, and then you can turn your UV lights on. You see they're flashing there. They were just coming back on, and this is for each UV light. There's 2 of them, and then you have your switch here. This is just letting you know that there's power going to the unit, and then turn it back on. Turned on to the highest level, and I'll back away from it. That is how loud it is on the highest level, and even on the highest level in my living space, it does not, it doesn't, oh yeah, I muted the wrong one. It doesn't, it's not so loud that you can't have a normal conversation, speak at a normal volume. And it doesn't drown out your television and all that kind of stuff, even with it blowing at, full blast like this. That's the highest level. If it was too loud, I just brought it down to the second level. If it was too loud, then you would not be able to hear me very well, because this microphone is pretty sensitive. And like I said, absolutely fantastic unit. Comes in 2 colors, which is also fantastic. The replacement, the air cartridge. Wow, I think, okay, Brooks said, wow, thank you. That is really helpful to do. Oh, that's not a problem, and that's what I'm here for. If you have questions, if there's something that you want to know, then ask your question. I absolutely love answering them for you. So by all means, and like I said, it's absolutely, if you have grandparents that they may be a little bit more sensitive to pollutants in their environment or dust, because we all deal with dust. The more carpet that you have in your home, the more dust you probably have in your home. The more, if you have pets, the more dust and pet dander and loose hair that you're going to have, or particles of some sort around in your air that you're going to be breathing in. And this guy will definitely help with getting rid of a lot of that. Now, we clean our home. We're constantly in some stage of cleaning. you can't live and not have to clean your house at some point. But in the main living space, we basically take every other Wednesday is a day that it's basically our down day. We use that day to do some additional cleaning that we might not do on a regular basis or a daily basis. We do our mini spring cleaning every other Wednesday. And so what I've noticed in that is that as we're doing our dusting and whatnot, the amount of dust that we seem to accumulate on top of different areas and different things in our home seem to be a little bit less on those days. So again, that's to me another indication. During the summer or early, summer months, because we've had it running in the summer, seeing those beams of light coming in your window, usually you can see how much dust is actually in your home by seeing those beams of light coming in your window. I don't have one of my brightest flashlights here, but sometimes even and this is not one of my best flashlights, but sometimes even with a light like this, you can actually see the dust particles. The light actually causes the dust particles to show up in the air a lot better. We don't see, or at least I don't notice as much dust in the air since we've had this guy running in our main living space in our home. And we just keep it running. We just keep it running there. And the more I have it running here, I actually have another air purifier. It's a smaller one. I don't think it's available here on Amazon anymore. It's been around for a while. I have it running over there. It does have some additional bells and whistles, but it doesn't do as good of a job. And it's, like I said, a smaller unit. Some of the smaller units seem to be rated for 1,000 square feet, and I don't think they do the best job. That's just my personal opinion. This guy does a phenomenal job, great large unit, and it moves a lot of air, and I'm I was really very impressed within the first 2 months after receiving it, much less now at 7 going on 8 months using it. Non-stop, not a single issue have I had with it. Everything seems to work extremely well, and I'm looking forward to getting years of use out of it. And as we go through the carousel, I have one unit, I have something else here in the carousel to give you an idea how I feel about these products and EnviroKlenz as a whole. They make, and let me just share this with you, from 360, they attempt to ensure that from manufacturing up until disposal, all of the materials are non-toxic. Everything that they use to make their units, as well as going through the disposal of their units, they try to make sure that they use recycled or recyclable and non-toxic materials. This unit is absolutely safe to be used around your children and around pets. They don't use harsh chemicals in the manufacturing of their filters and or in the contents of their filters. And if you're really curious about how much they care about the environment and all of that, you can always go. They have a ton of information on the packaging, as well as QR codes that you can scan. It will take you to their website and provide you with a bunch of information on scientific information on how the filters work, some of what they share as far as how they're made, and how much what types of particles they actually filter out, and all of that. They do a fantastic job of trying to communicate that. And I'm gonna tell you, to be honest, and I'm a tech guy. I love my drones. I'm into electronics and all of that. That's the area where I have the largest amount of knowledge when it comes to health-related things like air purifiers and stuff like that. That is not the area that I have the greatest expertise. So I can share with you my experience with these products. I can share those experiences with you and be honest and upfront with you that they work extremely well. Now, some of my technical background helps me to be able to explain some of these things and how they work and things that you might want to be aware of. But if you go to their website and after you purchase and you get into really what it is that they're trying to do, then from everything I can see, I can't communicate it as well as they can, is basically what I'm saying. They really want to make sure that they not only give you the best or help give you the best living experience in your home life, make it as inviting and wonderful as possible, and but they also care about the environment. They care about in your home, as well as outside of your home. I'll put it that way. They want to increase or help your living experience, as well as also give you the or give the community, the U.S., because they're based in the U.S., or U.S.-based company, the ability to try to maintain a really good environment for us here in the U.S. So as you're going through your filters and things of that nature, you can know that, hey, these are recycled or made of recycled or recyclable material, very environmentally friendly. That's the phrase I was actually looking for. So like I said, I'm not the best communicator of just how much they care about that, but I can tell you from everything that I've watched, I've read of their products and experienced with their products, that they really care about that. And that's the reason why I like talking about them. Let me know if you have any questions. Let's go ahead and go on to the next one, which is also an EnviroKlenz product. And I will say this to you as well. If you do, whoops, went the wrong way. If you do want to check out some of their products, currently they have updated their store. In their store, they actually have a lot more information now. Before, in the past, their store basically just had some of the information as far as the air purifier systems, but now they actually have updated their storefront to actually show you many of the other products that they have available. Again, they said our technology is unique. Unique begins with chemical. Okay, their mission, for example, you can read their mission there, and some of the things that they're really trying to do, again, to make sure that they not only make your living environment as inviting and safe and healthy as possible, but also make sure that the environment outside of your home is as healthy as possible as well. And I really like that. So let's talk about the liquid laundry enhancer, for example. The liquid laundry enhancer, whoops, and okay, that's just a little dry. The liquid laundry enhancer, for example, is one that we've been using. Normally when we wash our clothes, wash underwear, and this is, undergarments and sheets and towels. Usually what I'll do is I will do an additional rinse on those particular items. And when I do that, is to get rid of, some of the laundry detergents and whatnot that you use. They use perfumes and other chemicals to actually add pleasant scents and odors too. Even the fabric softener and fabric softener type sheets and stuff. I do use them on certain things, but when it comes to undergarments and it comes to our, especially our towels and our sheets and blankets, I don't use any of those different things on there, because I want to make sure that, again, my wife, her skin can be a little sensitive, and so I have to make sure that all of those detergents and stuff are out. Since we've been using the, this box is 77 fluid ounces. It has, it will do up to 20 loads. They actually have a liquid, and they do have a powder version of the liquid, of the laundry enhancer, not liquid, but, and essentially I really like it because, one of the things they say on here is clean, has no odor. They don't add perfumes or anything into it. It's just the laundry enhancer. It does a good job of cleaning, and when you pull your clothes out of your dryer, they don't have additional chemical scents and stuff of that nature added to them. This actually is set just to clean it. Not only that, but you see, nice recycled and recyclable cardboard container. They do their best to reduce the amount of plastics they put into the environment. So it does have a plastic bladder, because this is a liquid, and the nozzle is made out of recycled material as well. But they reduce as much as possible the amount of plastics they put into the environment, and try their best to make sure that this is made of recyclable material. So I think that is fantastic as well. like I said a lot about them. They even have a QR code, like I said, on the back of the container. You can take that QR code. I didn't know how to use the laundry enhancer when I first got it. I didn't know how to. That QR code takes you to a page on their website that shares with you how to use it. And I think that's fantastic. So many things down there in the carousel. I do normally, what I like to do is I like to share deals. If there is a deal, clippable coupon, if I have promo codes, anything like that, I'd like to try to share them. I normally go live this time on Fridays, but today I am, because EnviroKlenz actually wanted to make sure that you had the opportunity to jump on some of their products and get them for the holidays. Because, and let's go back, I'm still talking about EnviroKlenz on purpose. Because if you're having holiday parties or anything like that, you would, and you're having a lot of people coming in and out. Flu season, a lot of people coming out, in and out of a space. You will probably want to have a nice air purifier that's going to do a great job of killing bacteria. It's going to do a great job of filtering the air and putting fresh air into the environment. And Brooks asked the question earlier about cigar smoke and that kind of thing. I quit smoking about 4 or 5 years ago. I never smoked, well, I'm not going to say never. At least the last more than maybe the last 5 years of me smoking. I stopped smoking in my vehicle and I stopped smoking in my home. I would only smoke outdoors because I didn't want that scent into the environment of my home. I wanted to have a clean environment, and I'm sure that contributed to the idea that I had sinus issues, but or that I have sinus issues. But I quit smoking, but I do know what it's like to have that lingering smoke in your home. And I've had other smaller air purifiers that seem to do a decent job of cleaning the air, but none of them were as powerful as this. So I'm sure that this guy, as well as the standard air purifier standard, would do a great job, especially if you have someone in your family that smokes cigars or smokes cigarettes or anything like that. It would help keep the environment clean for others in your family that might be dealing with that secondhand smoke. So I believe that's a absolutely great thing as well. So let me know if you have any other questions. The next thing that we have in the carousel is a nice little space heater. It is on deal today, $50.99. It is a nice little space heater, and I just want to share this with you and share a couple of things with you really quickly about it. And we spent a lot of time talking about the EnviroKlenz, but it's a lot of information that I wanted to share on it, and I wanted to make sure that you had a very good understanding about it and have the ability to ask your questions about it as well. But anyway, this little unit has a display up front. You won't see it because it's not turned on. When it comes on, this gray is translucent in some way, so you can see the display. It does have your control panel on the top, and of course it says do not cover your control panel. It does oscillate. You can adjust your temperature. You have 3 modes: high, low, and eco mode, and you have a power on and off button. It goes, and you have a timer set that you can set the timer. Comes with the remote control with all the same functions. Unlike some little space heaters, you can actually get to all functions from this remote. This guy, one thing that you'll want to know about it, it does have a tip feature. So you have a button on the bottom, so if it tips over, it will automatically turn itself off. That's a safety feature with it. And the one thing that you'll want to know is if you want to use the thermostat built into this guy, you will want to use it in eco mode. In eco mode is the only way that the thermostat actually works on it. It is a great one. I use it in a small bedroom. It does a great job of warming up that small bedroom and getting the room nice and warmed up, because I actually get dressed. I get up extremely early in the morning, and my wife is normally still sleeping for at least about an hour after I get up. And so I go and I get dressed in a spare bedroom, and then that bedroom I'll put that happens to be the coldest room in the house. So usually visitors won't stay in that room. So I use that little space heater to warm the room up, take a shower real quick, get dressed in that room, and have it nice and toasty, and I just turn the space heater off after I'm done. And it works extremely well for that. Nice warming up a bedroom space. If you are going outdoors and you want to stay warm, and I am extremely sensitive to cold. I spent 4 years in upstate New York, an hour north of Buffalo, and I know Buffalo got slammed with a snowstorm not too long ago, and yeah, I've been in that before, and it was not pleasant for me. I don't like snow like that. I like to see it in pictures. I don't mind going out and playing in it. I love flying my drones in snow and taking nice, beautiful photos. But to go out there and build sand castles, to build, igloos and snowmen and all that kind of stuff, I really don't do that. Anytime you spent a good couple of years underneath the rotor blades of a helicopter trying to load weapon systems, while in the middle of a snowstorm, so the windshield underneath those rotors spinning, no. Anyway, I know that's a whole lot of information you didn't ask for, but at any rate, this is a nice vest, heated vest. I use it when I go out to fly drones or go out to fly fixed wing RC aircraft, so I can keep so it has a bunch of heating pads, one up in the neck, two in the back of right where your shoulder blades are, and then it has two in the front, one across the base of your back. And so you can see that little, I don't know how well you can see it, that little pad there. That is the heating pad sewed in. And then behind the pockets in the front, your USB, and it's got 3 heating levels on it. And your USB connector is right here in the pocket. So you can put your little, this is a hand warmer, one of my hand warmers. The other one is, I'm gonna have to find it. One of my hand warmers, you can put this, not this, but put your little battery storage device about this size in the pocket, drop it in the pocket, and it'll come on to let you know that it's connected. And then when you first hit the power button, it comes on red, which is the hottest. And then you have 2 other levels. And green is the lowest level, and that's usually what I have it on in, say, 45-degree weather. And I'm sensitive to cold, and it works for me. It does a really good job of keeping me warm. Now, I wear thermals and all of that, so those help. But keeping my core warm, it does a great job of doing that for me. Now, the next one, let's see if I have it in here. Yes, I do, is a hand warmer, and I actually use this hand warmer to keep my drone batteries warm into one of my LiPo bags. When I go out to fly, I have batteries down in there. I take this guy, turn it on to either the first or lowest level to the next one. I'm not sure. An Amazon customer said something. I'm not even sure what you mean by that. So you might have to explain yourself a little bit for me if you don't mind. That last comment. But this is actually a really good hand warmer. And like I said, it stays on for hours. It works extremely well. I drop it into my bag with my batteries to keep my batteries warm. But if my hands get cold, it gets pretty warm. It can be used as a device to charge up your mobile devices as well, but it works extremely well. And the core will come out. So if you can actually buy separate cores for this, it will not turn on while it's separate from the cover, but you can buy separate cores for this. So you can have another core so that you can actually put, once one goes out, you have another one that you can plug into here and then go ahead and use the hand warmer. Absolutely fantastic hand warmer, very good quality, and I think it works extremely well. So I cannot do a live stream without talking about some drones. I have to. So I have quite a few drones. You can see back here, this is not everything. I did count not too long ago how many drones that I actually have, and I have more. I've actually received more, and I've got a few that I need to do. Got some things over here that I'm going to be talking about soon, but I've got quite a few more that I'm going to be talking about and whatnot. But I have a ton of drones. So if you're looking for, if you really like drones like I do, and you're looking for something to learn how to fly with, I get a ton of practice flying drones, and the best way to become a good drone pilot is to practice. I also have, which is not in the carousel because it's not on special or sale or any deals on it right now, my Mini 3. Also, I do know that the Mini 3 Pro came out recently. The Mini 3 came out. This is my Mini 3 Pro, but eventually I may talk about that a little bit. It's still a great drone, but the Mini 3 Pro is absolutely awesome. But anyway, before you go and spend a ton of money on a very expensive drone, you want to be careful because some of these more expensive drones are not forgiving when you make a mistake. Mini 3, I absolutely recommend that you get the DJI Care with the Mini 3 Pro, or any of those more expensive drones if they have care or warranty type plans that you can get with them. I absolutely recommend that you do, because they're not very forgiving, and you cannot, for many of them, do the repairs yourself. Holy Stone and DRC, great, durable, and if you do, they even teach you on their YouTube channel how to replace motors and replace arms on them. So the first one which happens to be my favorite, is the HS 210. So check this guy out. Interesting. As I am showing you now, this little guy can really whip around. It's pretty fast. It's got 3 speeds, so let me tell you a little bit about it. So the HS210, of course, does not have a camera, so you don't have to worry about connecting your cell phone or downloading any apps. You can just fly this guy and have a ball just with a remote. So what comes in the box with this guy is the Holy Stone HS210, 3 batteries, a multi-battery charger, the controller, a full set of spare props, a prop removal tool, a screwdriver, and an instruction manual. This is an awesome, cool little indoor race drone. I'm telling you, and I say race drone because if you put it in the top speed, you'll realize it is a race drone. So you got this nice little cool plastic body, and you have these prop guards on it. Your front props are red, your back props are black. And on the bottom, you have a nice little slide battery compartment. And then there are some status LED lights in the front and the rear of the drone. And the controller is extremely simple. It is truly a fantastic little drone. It is phenomenal. I almost ran into myself quite a few times with it. And it is truly a great drone, again, to learn with. You don't have to worry about an app. You don't have to worry about connecting to your mobile device. You can just whip this guy around and have fun with it. There's a blue and a green version as well. Absolutely had a fantastic time flying this awesome little drone around. This is one of the most perfect gifts that I could possibly think of. And again, 3 different colors, so you can get one for if you have 3 kids or 3 individuals that you know that would love to race these around. You can get the 3 different colors and have so much fun with them. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm sure there's somebody in your family that would absolutely have an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to talking to you again in a future video. Awesome drone. Awesome drone. Again, it's my favorite one, and one that I most recommend. And right now it is $25.99, and there's also a additional or you can apply a 5% coupon. So if you click on it and you go over, you can get that additional 5% on it right now. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic little drone. So the next one is the 8, and it's another one of my favorites. And I like to fly this guy around in the dark. It's just too cool. So that's the DRC, what is that, the 23? D23. DRC D23. Again, love this little drone. It's got LED lights on it, and it's just awesome. So check this out. So again, me flying around in my office space, which is what I do. If you look above my head in that, or if you look at the ceiling, I actually have gates up, and I use those gates to practice flying drones so I can get better at flying. And that may be something that you want to do. Now, this guy does have a camera on him, so you do see that you can actually put a separate, it has a removable, phone holder on it. I had to think for a second, but it has a removable phone holder. So really, really, really nice little drone to fly around. And of course, it does a bunch of different light patterns as well. So here I am flying around. And again, if you look at the ceiling, I have a little gate there. I have a couple of them. There you can actually see 3 of them. And I use that. This is a picture taken from that drone. And then I have also a video. It should be coming up. There's the video from the drone. And this is what it looks like, the video coming out of the so that's what the video looked like coming out of, or the video on the screen of your mobile device, what it actually looks like from the app. Absolutely fantastic little drone, so much fun to fly. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And so again, just a great little drone and a great beginner drone. And I've crashed that guy quite a few times myself. And when you crash, you know, you really don't have to worry about with those, because I never had to replace the props on it. You don't have to worry about the props coming off or having any issues and what have you. And if you have little kids, maybe you don't think they're quite old enough to control the drone, but they are old enough to watch, and I believe that they would absolutely enjoy it. Enjoy watching that thing fly around and all of that. The only thing I would say is keep it away from anyone's hair. if you have someone with nice, beautiful, long hair, that would be, and of course, don't fly around anybody's face anyway. But you know, really nice drone to practice with and get acclimated with flying a drone. So the next one is the D20. Now the D20 is also, and it is a very popular drone here on Amazon. At 15,585 ratings total, 287 answered questions, and it has 4 stars. That's the D20. Great for indoors and out. It does come with prop guards. They're not installed, and it has a 720p camera. But very good drone. Nice one to fly around, and again, get acclimated to learning how to fly. Absolutely fantastic. What is going on? This is AlTone, and this is the DRC D20 HD camera drone. So this is the DRC D20 folding HD camera drone. Awesome little drone to start off with, indoors and outdoors. So what comes in the box with the DRC D20 HD camera drone is the DRC D20 camera drone itself, a transmitter with the range of 330 feet or 200 meters unobstructed, 2 drone batteries, 2 USB charging cables, 1 full set of extra propellers, 1 full set of prop guards, a screwdriver, and an instruction manual. So the DRC D20 has about a 10-minute flight time, which I've been able to get pretty much 10 minutes out of each one of the batteries. So let's take a quick walk around the drone so you can become familiar with what will be installed. Then you have, so I'm skipping forward on some of this. One direction or the other. And then you have your power indicator. A lot of detail in that video, but what I want you to, if you really want to see a good portion of the detail and whatnot about this particular drone, then I would suggest just going into, make sure that you're following me and check out my storefront. And there you should be able to find the video that I've created on this guy, if it is not on the product page itself. So you can watch the video, and that's me out flying next to the lake, and usually it's pretty windy over there. So just flying a little bit. And one thing I will tell you is it doesn't have GPS, so it will drift on you just a little bit, but you can trim it up. It is a really, really nice drone, and I think it's great to learn, a great drone to learn how to fly with. And again, very durable. It is small enough that you can fly it indoors as well. So fantastic. This next one is the 420 from Holystone, and it's one of the first indoor drones that I've gotten. Another fantastic drone, $59.99 with a full HD. Is that full HD camera on it? Yes. And again, really nice one. Very small. It is actually one of the smallest of the drones that I'm sharing on in the carousel here today. I've got tape holding it shut. I've taken it, opened it up, and closed it so much that the box doesn't stay closed on me as much anymore. It does come with 3 batteries, and it's an awesome little drone to, again, learn how to fly with and have a ton of fun with. The thing that I like about this guy too is that it, let's see, 420. It has, the prop guards are actually on the top and the bottom of the drone. So it protects the top of and the bottom of the drone. So you got your feet at the bottom, right below your motors, and then this top part. So if you did, it comes with extra props, but if you did need to change your props out on this guy, you would need to use the included screwdriver in order to do so. You do need batteries for the controller itself. I do have batteries, or should have batteries down in the carousel, which are the batteries that I primarily use, but great little drone as well. So check this out. Small little thing, nice little red drone. Like I said, one of the first ones that I've actually, this small, one of the first ones I've actually owned. I take that back. I think I have an FPV that is about this size. That's what it looks like in the controller. Very, very responsive. That's why you see it's kind of jerky there, but that's a photo taken with that drone, with this drone, and another photo taken with this drone. 1080 by 720. Again, fantastic little drone, so much fun to fly, and just a ton of fun. Now the next one is one that I have not actually, and I opened up the box for the first time in the last live stream, and that's this guy. The reason why he's in the carousel is because I do have a clippable coupon for 30% off on this guy. So I wanted to make sure that you had the opportunity, and I will often do that. The reason why I'm showing this, and I haven't flown it yet, is because there's a clippable coupon on it. It is my second fixed wing, so to speak, fixed non-foldable drone. It's the second one. Camera is 720p, and it has a different controller on it. This controller has a lot of telemetry, what we call telemetry information on the front, on the display, but it is very similar to the controllers that you would see. I actually have my Jumper T18 sitting over here that you would see for flying planes in the RC hobby. Nice big. You have your landing gear, which is detachable. You'll use the box as the case to carry it around in. And then you have to pull off these little tabs on the top in order to remove your props. It comes with a full set of props. And then you have prop guards in there as well. Not one that I would fly indoors. I'm not going to fly it indoors. I may take it out to the RC field where I'm currently a member at, and do my testing out there because I have so much open space. If not, I have a few parks here in my community in which I'll be testing this guy out. But $69.99 with a 30 promo code for 30% off. And there's also an additional 5% clippable coupon. Once you click on this guy, clip that coupon as well before you drop it in your cart. Make sure you do that, and so that you can get some additional savings there. Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to taking this guy out. Now, the next one, which is the DRC 8600, I've got so many that I'm trying to remember the model numbers for each one of these. It should be the 8600E. Let me see if that's correct. 8600. little mini truck. This little guy, and I call this beginner hobby grade as well, because you can take, it's got a PVC removable body and nice framing and everything. I think it's a great little car. And so let's check it out. This is the DRC 8600E, a 22 scale little four-wheel drive car. This is absolutely awesome. I love the new body style, which is very similar to the body style of the 001E. This has to be one of the smallest and most beginner RC hobby grade cars you will ever find anywhere. I have not seen one this small with the removable body and possible replacement parts and upgrades. It's just fantastic. So what comes in the box is the DRC 8600E, the 2.4 gigahertz transmitter, 2 batteries, a charging cable, an accessory package, and a user manual. And as I always say, make sure that you read the user manual as well as the cautions of battery manual that comes with most of their products. And a quick walk around the DRC 8600E, you have the colorful and flexible PVC. So we're not going to go all through the video here either, but I do want to share a couple of things with you. One of them is that I love it. You see that it is four-wheel drive, and you also see that the motor's mounted in the center there. If you know the size of the motor, it is a brushed motor. If you know the size of the motor, and you can locate, I'm trying to remember exactly where the ESC actually is in the receiver. It's an ESC receiver combo on the other side. You may be able to get a brushed motor, a brushless motor that will fit in there, or at least a more powerful motor than this particular one, and put it in there if you know what you're doing, and be able to speed this guy up and make it a real beast. I do know that there are a couple of people, and of course the standard, I know a couple of YouTubers that I've watched that are all into doing everything they can to add some additional power to these guys. I've run them in the sand. It's not made for the sand, so don't recommend that you do this. But I do everything I can almost to destroy these vehicles when I get them, so that when I talk about them, I can give you my honest opinion on how well they actually worked. So really great little car, and it can be run indoors. I mean, it's small enough, and you can actually slow it down with the speed trim, and actually get the best. Slow it down so it can be controlled better in a smaller environment. But fantastic little vehicle. Now the next one I thought I would throw in, because I think, let me see, I believe there's a deal on this guy here today. Let me take a look really quickly, because I haven't talked about them in a while, but I really do like them. Now DRC actually has a plane as well. Yeah, there's not really a deal, but it does arrive before Christmas. In case, and I wanted to throw something in there a little bit different, in case this might be something that you're interested in. Now I have the blue one. They do sell a blue one. It's a different listing, but it's the exact same plane. The one that I have listed down in the carousel is the yellow one. Awesome little plane. They are so much fun to fly. DRC actually makes an Eagle that's also very cool. They don't have a deal on it today, so I didn't drop that down in the carousel, but I did want to share this with you. So check this out. Obviously the field was freshly cut grass, but it's a jet, but it's not so fast that it's hard to control. But it does have a little bit of speed on it. I have another foam like this that has a little bit more speed on it than this one. Let's go ahead and turn that volume down just a little bit. I have another one that has a little bit more speed on it than this, but this was my first. This is actually my first plane, RC plane, and it doesn't have control surfaces on it, but it is fun to fly. I mean, absolutely fun to fly. So absolutely great little plane to fly. So much fun. and I truly do enjoy flying this guy. Um, I've been getting into, and I've actually built the gliders, one sitting back there. That's what you see sitting here. I've been starting to build some planes and whatnot, and so I do plan on um, building some and sharing all of the tools and everything I'm getting to build these planes, except for, with the exception of the kit, is actually available right here on Amazon. The glue guns, the knife or that I'm using to do all the trimming of the foam and all that kind of stuff. Everything that I'm getting is right here on Amazon, so I'll be sharing that with you as well in the future. But that's just an awesome little plane. So much fun to fly as well, and great, really great if you're looking to get younger kids into flying. Now there are some kids that can fly planes with ailerons, elevator, and rudder. 4-channel planes much better than I can, but that's a great place to start if you decide you really want to get into planes. Now, this next one, the HS260, has a deal on it today, and where is it at? I've got it sitting back here. Is that it? Yep, that's the 260. Now this guy comes in a case, which I think is awesome. Some of their, and it's less than 249 grams, so you don't have to register it in the U.S. Another great drone. Great one to fly. It's a lot of fun to fly. I have to slow down a little bit. Now the 260, yeah, I'm really going to have to do that. The 260, I don't have demo on of it flying. I'm going to have to make sure that I did create some video for it. So if you go to either the product page or the product page, you should be able to see some video on this guy in the air, because I have created videos on it. It comes with a controller. I do like this controller. It is somewhat, so there's a couple of versions of the controllers that DRC actually uses. This happens to be one of them. Great controller. It is very stable as well, less than 249 grams, comes with a case, which I love, HD camera, and it shoots really good photo and video. Very light. It does have a stabilization system where it has a camera in the bottom to use up to about 6 meters. It uses that camera at the bottom to maintain stabilization. And then of course you have 2 batteries that it comes with, and this guy does not have I was checking to make sure, but it does not have an SD card slot. So you'll get your photo and video back into your mobile device. And then you have your camera is angle adjustable. This is not an LED indicator light. I did think it was. The only LED indicator light that you have on this guy is on the battery itself, and then your power button is on the top. Also another great one, and again, Holy Stone drones and DRC drones, they are durable. They can take some abuse. I fly them aggressively, and that's why I end up usually crashing them, because I push my own flight abilities to the limit when I fly these guys, and I really test them out. I make sure that they fly extremely well. Now the next one is another one that I just received that I have not taken out to fly yet, but there's a promo code for it, and I wanted to make sure that you had the opportunity to take advantage of that. And that promo code is for 50% off of this guy. And so let me see. That's the D10 right here. And it is an awesome little drone as well. And like I said, I haven't taken it out to fly it. I trust that it flies extremely well. Angle adjustable camera on it. It shoots full HD as well. Actually 2K. This one's a 2K camera. And you know what? I didn't realize this. I talked about this one on a previous live stream. 2K camera with a angle adjustable from the remote. I think you can adjust the angle of the camera from the remote. And no, This one it doesn't have the angle adjustable from the remote, but it's a 2K camera. And let's see, do we have does not seem to have an SD card slot on this guy, but folded out, comes with a full set of props, prop guards, and your remote that is a little bit different. I have not seen this remote before, but this remote, like for many others, comes with a card that tells you what the controls do on that particular remote, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Comes with 2 batteries. Your batteries are have a USB-C, not USB-C. It has a micro USB connector on your batteries so that you can charge the batteries up without them being installed in the drone. I am really looking forward to taking this guy out and seeing how well he flies and what he can do and what kind of photo and video. I've got to do a little bit of a challenge at some point to really see how good of video and photo I can get from some of these drones. But I look forward to doing that, and I will be, as long as the weather holds out and we have a good week, I will be taking this guy out and capturing some video on it and with it here in the next week. And hopefully you'll see that coming up very, very soon. Absolutely fantastic little drone. The next one is and I do have video on this one. It's one of my favorite 4K drones. It will be a part of my fleet of 4Ks permanently, a part of my 4K fleet. And that is the HS720G. Love it. Now I have the 720 and the 720G. There is a 720E. I do not have that one. This one has a gimbal on it. That's what the G is for. And it has in-body stabilization. It's a 2-axis gimbal and fantastic, along with the The 710 is also a phenomenal 4K drone. I love this guy as well. I got to tape that box shut. So the 720G, we do have a clippable coupon on it. Take advantage of that. And what is going on? My name is AlTone, and this is the Holystone HS720G. So it does have GPS, it does have a 4K camera and in-body stabilization on the camera itself. What comes in the box with this fantastic beginner drone is the Holystone HS720G itself, a semi-case, the transmitter, 1 drone battery, a full set of replacement props, a USB to USB-C charging cable, screwdriver, and a user manual. And just to tell you a little bit about the drone itself, it has a 4K camera mounted on a 2-axis gimbal. The gimbal itself will stabilize the angle as well as the horizon of the camera. And the in-body stabilization will help with stabilizing the roll of the camera as you're rotating it on its yaw axis. And some of the specifications of this drone are that it has a 4K camera mounted on a 2-axis gimbal, EIS stabilization, it weighs 377 grams, a total of 26 minutes of flight time per battery, a micro USB card slot, and it used the Affiliate Fly app, a free app that you can download from the Apple App Store or from the Google Play Store. So there's quite a few different things that makes this drone great for beginners. One of them is the price point. The other is the durability. This is a very durable drone. If you get into or have a couple of minor crashes, for the most part, you should only really have to replace your props and you can get back out and fly again. It does only come with 1 battery, which keeps the cost down, but I would also suggest that you purchase a few extra batteries for this guy as well. Again, fantastic drone. I've had so much fun with it, and for capturing video, and it's a fantastic drone for that purpose. So thank you so much for stopping by. I truly hope this helped you out in some way. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to talking to you again very soon. So like I said, HS720G, fantastic drone. I'm always talking about this one on my live streams as well, because it is such a nice drone, and you saw the picture and the video from it. It's just beautiful. It really is. Now, it is slightly saturated, so if you do any type of editing, you can actually make that picture as beautiful as you would like for it to be. I tend to kind of like the oversaturated look for some photos in some areas. Yeah, so it's just a fantastic little drone for that purpose. Just take it out and get some really great photo and video. Now, if you're looking for SD cards, there's a couple of different brands that I use. This happens to be one of them, and they seem to be on deal today, which is fantastic as well. And that is the SanDisk Extreme Pro. Now, normally these are the ones that I use. So this is just a case that I keep them in, but you can see I have a bunch of SanDisk Extreme Pros in there, and just a few others like this PNC that I have, PNY that I have there as well. But that for the longest time I purchased nothing but SanDisk SD cards. It's nice that they're on deal today, $13 for a 64 gig. I think that's really good, and those are the ones that I recommend if you're going to get into flying drones. That is what you essentially need. So the SanDisk, the U3 is what you're looking for. V3 is absolutely great. You just need to know what the max size SD card that your particular drone will take, what the minimum size, because believe it or not, some drones will require at least a 32 gig. So if you have 16 gigs, they won't work. There are some drones that max out at, some of my drones max out between 16 gigs and 64 gigs. Up to 200, actually the Mini 3 maxes out, if I remember correctly, at 512. I have a couple of 260 or 256s as well. So you're all over the place. Just make sure you know what your particular drone needs and go ahead and purchase that. Just thought I'd throw this little headgear in. You notice I'm always wearing this one, and on occasion I throw this guy in. Whoops, I went the wrong way there. On occasion I just throw this guy in. This is actually just a little nice little thing to keep my head covered and let me feel warm. It just feels good. Me missing my hair sometimes. It's just comfortable. It's really comfortable and it feels good. No other reason other than the comfort, and that's the reason why I wear this sometimes. And it doesn't block my eyes. I really like wearing baseball caps. Pretty much everywhere I go, I'll wear a baseball cap. I actually had a friend of mine back in the day tell me that he didn't see me with a baseball cap on one day and didn't recognize me because I always wear baseball caps. So that's just one of those things. I really do like my baseball caps. But on video, if I'm either shooting a video or on video, I'm wearing either this or something like this, because then I can actually make that eye contact with you. I want this to be a personal experience where I get to share with you my thoughts on different products and things that actually work well for us, and that's the reason why I have these. And again, they're pretty comfortable. If you are actually, put my other one back on, if you are actually looking for, or you're purchasing multiple drones, then I suggest that you get yourself and I don't know if you noticed this, that I have a bunch of what they call LiPo bags. These guys are fire resistant, and so if for some reason, if you did happen to have one of your batteries catch on fire or whatever, this will help contain that fire, not the smoke, but the fire, so that you won't catch other things around it on fire as well. The most dangerous thing, and I don't like to say this because I think sometimes people may exaggerate that just a little bit, but the most dangerous thing about drones and the RC hobby is the LiPo batteries, lithium polymer batteries, or lithium ion batteries. And as long as you charge them properly, you shouldn't have any issues. But on rare occasion where something goes wrong, you forget or overcharge or anything like that, a bag like this will just save damage to your property or to people in your home or wherever it is that you might be charging your batteries. Good peace of mind. Good peace of mind. Is safe. Just be safe. Read the cautions of battery that comes with many of the RC products. Read that thoroughly so that you're well aware on how to take care of your batteries. And of course, the last two items I have is just batteries. These are the batteries that I use for RC products or anything else that we have that require batteries. This is what I use. This case is no longer available on Amazon, but it's one that I continue to use. Once I replace it with another case that's still available, I will let you know, but it works very well. And that's the batteries that I use. I keep my my Duracell batteries in there, and along with my battery tester, that which is available on Amazon, by the way. And if you're wondering if you'd like to see that, just make sure you're following. If you find any value in what I'm sharing today, make sure you click like if you have the opportunity to do so, so that I can know that you found value with it, and Amazon can know that as well. That'll help me out a little bit. But again, absolutely, everything in the carousel here today, you can absolutely have delivered at this point, which should arrive before Christmas, which is what this whole live stream is about. But getting back to it and going back to EnviroKlenz, of course, one thing I'd like to thank them for allowing me this opportunity, sponsoring this video and making this available, which is one of the reasons why I'm going live today. One of the reasons, on top of the fact that I do have some other products that I wanted to make sure that you're aware of. So they sponsor this live stream. I usually do my regular live streams on Fridays. So I really appreciate them doing that. But more so than that, I appreciate what they're doing and how they're doing it. They actually really care about the environment. They care about giving you the best living environment as well. And the EnviroKlenz Air Purifier Plus, again, one, you can receive it if you order it now before Christmas and have it for those holiday parties. We have New Year's coming up, on top of the fact that it is perfect for a perfect gift if you happen to know someone who has just moved into their home and you're looking for a nice housewarming Christmas gift. If you're that type of person, you want to give them something that will absolutely be of value to them. This would possibly be a great gift for a family member that's just moved into their new home. If you have grandparents that really need that clean oxygen, clean air environment, this is a great gift for them as well. And it's a great peace of mind to have in the cold and flu season. Again, COVID's still out there, still a thing. We don't hear as much about it anymore, but it is. And it's just a great product. And so for any of you who might still be watching that have not seen my video on the EnviroKlenz Air Purifier Plus, I want to share that with you again, give you an opportunity to ask questions on it before we go. And again, let you know, EnviroKlenz, they do a phenomenal job with in manufacturing from the beginning, from the beginning of making that unit all the way up to disposal of it. They use recycled and recyclable materials to build these non-toxic materials, safe for your family, safe for your pets, and they also they are also a US-based company. So if you want to actually also in the process of making a very nice living environment for yourself and your family. And when I started this live stream, my sinuses were pretty clogged up because I went out earlier today. Since I've been in here sitting in my office space with this guy running, my sinuses are starting to clear. And again, it comes in black and white. In case you weren't, if you want a different color, it comes in black and white. They even have a standard version, and all of these currently have deals on them at this point, and they're available to arrive prior to Christmas. So there's a 20% clippable coupon if you add them to your cart. make sure that you clip the coupon as well so you can get a little bit additional savings on it as well. So let me share with you this video real quick, and then we're going to call it a day today. Let me know if you have any questions. And Hugger, before we do that, let me thank you for the follow. Let's see, where is it at? Give you a little bit of fireworks here. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that so much. As we get closer to 1,000 followers, I'll be doing some better giveaways. If we have sponsorships where I can do giveaways as well, I'll be doing those coming up in 2023. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of agreements and whatnot we can kick off to really give you the best value, because you're here and I appreciate you taking the time to watch. So let's check this out really quickly before we go. What is going on? My name is AlTone, and what is going on? This is AlTone, and this is the EnviroKlenz Air System Plus. So what comes in the box with the EnviroKlenz Air System Plus is the body of the unit, 2 UV lights, the EnviroKlenz Air cartridge, the EnviroKlenz HEPA filter, and the startup instructions which are actually printed on the HEPA filter. It is truly easy to set up this system and get it running. The first thing you want to do is place the unit where you would like to use it. It is a pretty large unit, but it has wheels on the bottom, so you can easily roll that around. Remove the air cartridge and HEPA filter. You'll install the HEPA filter, also making sure that the airflow arrows are actually pointing down. Then install the UV lights. Then you're going to install the air cartridge with the airflow arrow also facing down. Once all of your filters are installed, you're just going to replace the back of the unit, plug it into an outlet, turn it around, and you can use the settings knob to turn it on. The power light will light up to let you know that the unit is on, and if you turn on the UV light switch, there are 2 indicator lights that will also light up, letting you know that the UV lights are actually working. So the EnviroKlenz Air System Plus works extremely well. My sinuses are pretty sensitive, and since we've been running it, it seems as if I can breathe better. It's actually helped with the congestion that I've been experiencing, and I think it's actually doing a great job. So that is the EnviroKlenz Air System Plus. I think it is an absolutely fantastic unit. My sinuses, thank you for allowing me to try out this product. It's been a pleasure so far, and we've enjoyed having it in our living space, in our home. So hope this has helped you out in some way. Have an absolutely fantastic day, and I look forward to talking to you again in a future video. So I thought I'd give you that opportunity and just see if you might happen to have any additional questions. Give you enough time to ask your questions, as well as take advantage of any products that I have promo codes down in the carousel. So wanted to make sure that you had the opportunity to do that. Just a little sneak peek, or just to let you know this, I'm going to be going live again later. So just wanted to let you know that. I've decided to do another live stream shortly after that. And so think of your questions. If you want to come back into that live stream, I will be also talking about the Air Purifier Plus in that live stream. I want to make sure that as many people that can have an opportunity to take advantage of this now. And again, prepare for the holidays, getting ready for all of their different events and whatnot. Even if you're holding an event in a hotel somewhere, in a conference room or something, or having a party or something, and you're bringing a great number of people from different places and environments in, you may want to have a good solid air purifier like the Air Purifier System Plus in that space to actually not just protect yourself, but also protect others who are coming into that environment. So thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. I do appreciate you. This is something I like to do all the time.
On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us.
I'd like to say thank you to Brooks for coming in and asking a few questions and hanging out with me for a little bit. I also appreciate Hugger again for I'd like to thank Hugger for coming in and following as well, liking the info on the flying unit to scare flying birds. Actually, there's another, and I don't remember if I'm gonna have that one in my carousel later. I have a couple of different products in my carousel in the next live stream, but for the most part, some of them are going to be the same. I'm just trying to, for anyone who may have been working during one of the live streams earlier today, giving them an opportunity to take advantage of some of the promo codes and some of the great deals and information that I have to share. So I'll be going live here again in a few minutes for that purpose. But yeah. Oh, I was going to say DRC also has a flying eagle that will probably either scare birds or attract birds. I don't know which one it would do. I did have some predator birds flying around that guy a little bit. They kind of scared me a little bit, but it's a really nice little bird too. I don't know if I have it in the carousel. I'll think about whether I'm going to add that one in because I don't think it's on deal today. And that's one. Actually, I probably won't add it because it will not arrive before Christmas right now. That's one thing that wouldn't arrive before Christmas. I was going to add it, but it won't arrive before Christmas. So just wanted to let you know that. But it's awesome. And if you want to get an after Christmas gift, that is one to get. If you're curious about it, follow me here. Go to my idea list and check out. I have one idea list. I have an idea list that's nothing but EnviroKlenz, nothing but their products. And then I'll also have an idea list that oh wow, yeah, woodpecker chewing the house. Yeah, you can scare them away with that. But I also have an idea list with nothing but Holy Stone and DRC products in there as well. You can go check that out. So again, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you. If you decide you want to be here for the one later, be on the lookout. I don't have it scheduled as of yet, but I will be jumping back on live. This is just going to be a spur of the moment. I'm just going to jump back in on another live stream in a little bit. So thank you again. I really appreciate you. Have an absolutely fantastic day. If I don't see you, please do enjoy your holidays. I plan on going live at least every Friday between now and the first of the year. We'll see how often I do it. It just depends on what's going on. So thank you again. Enjoy your family and have an absolutely fantastic time. Get you one of these especially if you're throwing parties and whatnot. Make sure you do that. Take care. Talk to you again very soon.
Woke up, hopped out of bed, feeling great. Felt refreshed as the shower water hit my face. Headed to the kitchen and I'm about to get a plate. Chest up, shoulders back, yeah, I'm walking straight. I left all my cares behind me. I'ma keep shining, don't mind me. Keep my head up even when trouble finds me. Time to chill, time to chill.